So my main focus for the YouTube video for this week, for Wednesday, isn't so much around gaming as much as it's around Blizzcon and announcements from Blizzard. I thought it'd be something to do since I do play a ton of Blizzard games and, you know, just kind of give my input on things. So, yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of like mixed up because like I was like, hurrah for Blizzard having things done and doing things, and then I was like, yeah, but we still don't know what's really. I mean, we know what's going on, but we really don't know what's still going on. So it was kind of weird. But you know, they did have BlizzCon online. It seemed to be very popular. People were, you know, getting tickets for it, and they were actually buying tickets for like the unique like little bags and stuff. I didn't attend BlizzCon. I'm just pretty much going off of what I've heard and what I watched along with some other friends as far as BlizzCon announcements. But I think to start this off, basically, I'm going to go through section by section. So I will talk about each part. First part will be Diablo 3, Diablo 4 talk. And then I will talk about Diablo 2 Remastered, and then a little bit about Overwatch, and like Overwatch 2, and then the talk about the Burning Crusade server. So to start with this, we'll do the Diablo 3, Diablo 4 talk, and basically Diablo 3, I don't recall them saying really much anything going on with that game other than, you know, we were all waiting around for PTR, which I saw the announcement for today, which is February 23rd. So PTR will be rolling out, and then we'll be with a new season of Diablo 3. There was more news in like Diablo 4, which was that there was a new character that came out, and they showed her off, and it's a rogue. And what threw me off about the rogue is that it has a bow. But I think it's kind of neat because it gives a different idea to the rogue in that you could be like an assassin basically from far away or up close. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. It almost makes me want to play the rogue over the druid, only because I am really fond of bows lately. But you never know, I may still stick with the druid thing, because the druid thing is something that we hadn't seen in Diablo 3, and I kind of like the fact that it shapeshifts. So, you know, that's still kind of drawing me into that. So that's pretty much the update on those two games. We got a new character in Diablo 4. As far as I know, too, there was no release date talked about. If you go to the Diablo 4 webpage, and I'll try and show this during the video. Basically, there is a trailer on that page that describes or talks about the rogue class. So I think very much like how they showed us how the wizard worked and whatnot, it'll be the same way. It'll show you what her skills are or his skills are and how they function. And I think because I think the characters are just what they are, much like kind of like Diablo 2, because I don't remember if you could switch. Well, maybe you could switch genders in Diablo 2. That's been a long time ago anyways, to try and remember. So anyways, yep, there's the update for Diablo 3 and Diablo 4. And yeah, a little excited about the new character. I would have been more excited though if they could have gave us a release date for the game, but I have a feeling it's still going to be a ways down the road. Alright, so now we're up to Diablo 2 Remastered, in which we're going to assume that people are going to refer this to D2R, because for most communities, if you say D2 anymore, everybody's thinking Destiny 2. So we're going to go with D2R. Almost sounds like a Star Wars thing. Anyways, so we're going to be going on this trail. It is for sure happening. So like no one has to guess anymore of is it happening, is it not happening? Oh, it's happening. They are doing Diablo 2 Remastered, and From what it sounds like, I was a little put off by this because I'm one of those people, I'd rather have a new game than go backwards in time, because I know I play a lot of D3 guys, but honestly my high school years was Diablo 2. I had nothing but Diablo 2. So I have a hard time wanting to go back to something that I spent more time than any person probably should have ever spent time at that game. But and on top of that, they were charging, I think they're charging 50. I thought I heard somewhere somebody floating around the number like they're charging $50 for the game. And at first I was like, oh hell no, I'm not paying $50 for a remastered old game. Not happening. And then my husband started getting hyper about D2 remastered, and it kind of changed the way I looked at things, because he explained to me, he was like, it's remastered, but they have some quality of life improvements. They up the graphics, so it's like you are getting a new game, but it's an old game, but they did some things to make it nicer. So I'm like, all right, you kind of got me. You kind of got me on why it might possibly be $50. So as I told people, I will do Diablo 2 Remastered for a little while if me and my husband decide to buy it together. But otherwise, normally I would not go and spend like massive game money on a remastered thing. And like I said, it's not that I don't have a love for Diablo 2, but I'm always looking forward. The other thing that I thought was weird, I was sitting in on watching a podcast where they brought all the greatest minds of Diablo 3 and Diablo 2 together. And I still think it's absolutely hilarious that some Diablo 2 people believe that like Diablo 3 people have never touched a game like Diablo 2. When I would believe most other than a few, have gone from Diablo 2 to Diablo 3. You followed the progression. Like, now you may not remember exactly what happened in every moment of D2, but like it's not like, oh hey, they're gonna make something like D2 or D4 and then the D3 people are just gonna fall flat on their faces. That's silly talk. There was one guy talking though. I never met him as a streamer. Like I don't know his shows. Apparently he has a ton of viewers though, like a ton, for like I believe it's Diablo 2, and I guess his name's Llama or something of that nature. And I just, it was weird when I was watching him because people like he's just and when I watched him I was like, oh no, he is and sometimes, but honestly he has the heart of like what every Diablo 2 player was at the time. It was no expectations. You want a new game, you go remake your character and run the whole freaking thing all over again. There's your new content. Keep doing it. Keep doing it and doing it until Blizzard comes out with a new game. So he kind of made me laugh in a way because I remember that time. I remember being like that too, where I told people, I was like, you want new stuff? Go make a new whatever, make a new druid, make a new wizard, go. And I honestly played Diablo 2 until it was hacked to death. I remember the very last moments before I stopped playing Diablo 2 was just the map hacking. It was just like crazy. Like it almost took away from the game for me because I could move through the game so fast. And granted, you wanted to try and gear up and get all the pieces for your character, but you moved through the map and you could do it so much that it kind of sucked the life out of it. I mean, the maps were big and it was kind of a pain going, oh, where's the edge of the maps and where's the way through this labyrinth of stuff. But I'm kind of looking forward to, I guess, in another hand, I'm kind of looking forward to D2 Remastered, where there is no map hacks, where you go in and you explore and you figure out how to get to the end of the story again. So yeah, it's weird. Like I said, you guys can see where I'm half for it, and then the other half of me is pulling away, going, no, you want to wait until Immortal and D4 come out. And I would talk about Immortal, but really only a few people got to try it, so I don't really have a section on that. And with that, it looked fabulous. It's mobile. You know, again though, I didn't hear any real release date on it on Immortal or Diablo 2, or really any of the Diablo stuff. I don't think there was a really release date on anything. It was just mostly them talking about how they fixed and patched up games and made the games look nicer or more usable in this current time. So yeah, that's all I got for Diablo 2. I wish there was more, but you know, they say, I guess the other part that I can put in there is they said with the remastering you should be able to use the game on any PC type, so because they're gonna make it so that the specs work again, which was kind of asked about, and I get it, because as our machines have advanced and our monitors have turned into televisions, you know, the graphical changes may not be as nice going through, and they have promised that the graphics will be fine, so we'll see. Alright, so now we are up to the Overwatch talk. And basically it's more like Overwatch 2 talk, because Overwatch itself, I'm still playing it, but it's pretty much a desert. Compared to where it started out, it's pretty much a desert. So with Overwatch 2, it doesn't sound like there's any release date. They're still trying to even just get the game up good enough for like a beta run. But some things that I saw that were kind of neat was the skill tree idea. I think that would be cool, as long as people can understand that not all the characters will act the same. So like Reinhardt may not always have to have a shield, Junkrat may not always have a bomb, you know, that kind of weird things that you're used to seeing. Or maybe Junkrat will not always have a reptile, who knows. They talked about PvE, getting more in depth with the PvE, which is nice, you know, for people who like the storyline. I happen to like the storyline a little bit, so that'll be good. They said some talks about, though, in the storyline and stuff, that maybe not all the Overwatch characters will be used. They also hinted that in Overwatch 2 there will be new Overwatch 2 characters. Everything looks really nice. It looks like Blizzard's taking their time with it and trying to make sure that it comes out right. I'm kind of half and half about it. I'm like looking forward to Overwatch 2, and at the same time I'm totally scared of it just because of how Overwatch 1 was. But we'll see how things turn out. It's definitely something that I would probably put money into if I can, just because at the end of the day, I enjoyed Overwatch 1, even with all the complaining, raging, and whatever else may have come of it. It was still a game I look back and went, I had good times, I had bad times. It was a decent game, so I wish I had more to tell you guys about Overwatch 2, but that's all that was out there. Alright, so now for the big thing, wahaha, for all of you guys that play classic World of Warcraft. They are having a Burning Crusade server up, and I am kind of geeking out about it. You supposedly you will be able to transfer your characters from classic to the Burning Crusade server for X amount of money. Yep, that's right. Yay, monetization. We all love it. We all know it. So instead of just adding on to the classic WoW, they're leaving it so that people who like classic WoW can just play classic WoW. Those who like Burning Crusade can just play Burning Crusade if that's what they want to do. And then they give you a way to move forward if you really want to move forward with a character. So, you know, that was kind of neat. I wasn't sure. I remember us all sitting around talking in classic WoW that went back for a little while, like, how were they going to do this? What were they going to do? I mean, were they making a mini World of Warcraft 2? And some people were hoping they made a mini World of Warcraft 2 and that they were going to improve on the things that they had kind of messed up on. But I'm kind of happy that they're letting the classic people have their classic and letting the BC people have their BC, and just kind of going forward from there. Otherwise, yeah, any other way done, it would have been basically World of Warcraft 2. Just it wouldn't have made, it would have been weird against like retail WoW, because it would be like, wait a minute, now you're basically competing with yourself at like full scale. So yeah, so that was our big hurrah for World of Warcraft, is that Burning Crusades server was going to happen. And then I don't think for retail WoW there was really anything new as far as I could tell. I mean, we got Shadowlands out, so yeah. I mean, feel free to correct me if there was something for retail WoW, but as far as I knew, the big hurrah was the Burning Crusade server. So, anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed me quickly kind of going over the information from BlizzCon that I noticed or had seen along the way. Going over Diablo 3, Diablo 4, Diablo 2 Remastered, Overwatch 2, and Burning Crusades. And like I said, the Burning Crusades server, I should say. I wish, like I said, there was more that I could talk about, like for Diablo Immortal, but I barely know anything myself, and I wish there was a little bit more on like retail WoW or just the regular Overwatch. But it looks like some things are being let go to try and head into the future of these new games, which is fine by me, because right now I think we all could use some new games somewhere. So anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful day, afternoon, or night when you see this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon.